Tampa Bay Rays vs New York Yankees. Tampa Bay is 504-9 overall this season. They are in 4th place in the American League East Division. The Rays are 10 games back of the Orioles for first place. They are also 4.5 games back of the Royals and Twins for a wild card position. Tampa Bay has won 5 of their last 7 games. New York is 5-9-4-2 overall this season. They are in 2nd place in the American League East Division. The Yankees are 2 games back of the Orioles for first place. They are also leading the wild card race with a 4.5 game lead on the Red Sox. New York has lost 3 of their last 4 games coming into Monday too. The Rays have taken 2 of 3 games off of the Yankees in this series. I do think the Yankees will knot up the series with a win on Monday afternoon. The offense for New York will find form after struggling at times since the All-Star break. They are hitting .241 at home, and they have scored the most runs in the league. The Yankees are facing a starting pitcher that has a 5.53 ERA on the road. The Rays are hitting just .234 against divisional foes. They will struggle against Carlos Rodon, who has an ERA of 4.10 during day games. Take the Yankees minus 1.5 runs. The afternoon game on Monday will bring plenty of runs. The Yankees are starting Carlos Rodon, who has an ERA of 9.69 against the American League East Division. The Rays are also starting Zach Littell. He has an ERA of 5.53 when playing on the road. The 2 offenses will shine in Monday's game as a high-scoring affair will take place. Take the over 8.5 runs on Monday. New York Mets vs Miami Marlins. The New York Mets have been hitting at a strong level as they are 8th in MLB with a .738 team ops while averaging 4.82 runs per game up to this point. The team has an extreme amount of power as they are 5th in the majors with 123 total home runs right now. Left fielder Brandon Nimmo has been hitting very well as he has a .803 ops with 16 home runs, 63 RBI, 59 runs scored and 9 steals without being caught. The Miami Marlins have been a terrible offensive team this season as they are 29th in the majors with a .639 team ops while scoring 3.49 runs per game. Despite being a young team, they are not stealing bases as they are 20th in the sport with 55 steals while being caught 28 times. Center fielder Jazz Chisholm has been hitting at a decent level as he has a .733 ops with 13 home runs, 45 RBI, 43 runs scored and 19 steals while being caught 8 times. When looking at the pitching splits this season for these starters, there is a difference. Drew Peterson is 2-0 with a 3.09 ERA and a .241 batting average against in 4 road games 23.1 innings, while Yonny Chirinos is 0-0 with a 4.50 ERA and a .326 opposing batting average in 2 home starts 10.0 innings. These offenses in the last 24 games show a significant gap between these teams offensively as the Mets are scoring 5.17 runs per game, while the Marlins are averaging 3.29 runs per game. Go with the New York Mets to win on the road here. These bullpens have been getting hit throughout the season as the Mets are 19th in the sport with a 4.14 reliever ERA, while the Marlins are slightly ahead in 16th place with a 3.88 bullpen ERA thus far. When looking solely at May for these pitching staffs, they have each been struggling with a 4.47 team ERA, so they are susceptible to giving up runs. With over 8.5 runs in this game as well. Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cardinals managed to defeat the Braves in their most recent outing by a score of 9-5. Brendan Donovan and Alec Burleson each had 3 RBI on the day, while Nolan Gorman added a homer and 2 RBI in the effort. Sonny Gray gave up 5 runs in 7 innings as the starter but struck out 10 batters and walked none to benefit his case. Pittsburgh surprisingly beat the Phillies again, this time by a score of 4-1. Andrew McCutchen hit a solo home run while O'Il Cruz had a homer and 3 RBI on the day. Ke'Arian Hayes, Cruz, and Brian Reynolds each had multiple hits in the effort, while Luis L. Ortiz threw 7 shutout innings, giving up only 3 hits in the process. This game will be close, and I'll take the underdog in the Cardinals despite the winning ways of the Pirates. Cardinals has had Pittsburgh's number as of late, winning 4 of their last 5 games against the Pirates. Additionally, the last 2 times Keller has pitched against the Cardinals, St. Louis has ended up winning. Palante recently threw against the Cardinals on July 4th and did well with 7 innings of 1-run ball. Cardinals also has a better record on the road compared to the Pirates at home. The Cardinals have a top 5 bullpen in terms of ERA as well. Cardinals money line. Both bullpens have been solid, with the Cardinals ranking 4th and the Pirates ranking 7th in the league in bullpen ERA. Palante and Keller both have familiarity with the opposition, and both squads have hit the under in the majority of their games this season. When going head-to-head, these two teams have hit the under in 4 of their last 6 meetings. Considering the Cardinals have scored 4 or less runs in 4 of their last 5 games, and have won 4 of their last 5, I'll take the under as well. Take under 8.5 runs. Detroit Tigers vs. Cleveland Guardians. The Detroit Tigers have been playing at a decent level this season but are heating up as of late. The team is 4th in the AL Central with a 49-51 record entering this game. The Tigers are 24th in MLB with a .686 team ops while averaging 4.29 runs per game thus far. Left fielder Riley Green .863 ops, 17 HRS has been hitting very well this season and leading the way for Detroit as the lineup's beacon of light. Young left-hander Tarik Skubal 103, 2.41 ERA has been pitching at an outstanding level and is coming off a no decision against the Los Angeles Dodgers where he pitched 6 innings and allowed a pair of runs on 2 hits with a walk and 8 strikeouts. The Cleveland Guardians have been playing extremely well throughout the season as we enter the second half of the regular season. The team is leading the AL Central right now as they have a 5.939 record heading into this game. The Guardians have been hitting at an okay level at the plate right now as they have a .241/.313/.399 team/line and are scoring 4.71 runs per game. The Guardians need to figure out how to do a lot better offensively, and third baseman Jose Ramirez .834 ops, 23 HRS has continued to be a dominant force in their lineup this year. Veteran righty Carlos Carrasco 3-7, 5.02 ERA will be on the mound and is coming off a loss against the Tampa Bay Rays, where he gave up 2 runs, 1 earned on 6 hits with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts in 5 innings. The Detroit Tigers are on an incredible roll right now as they have won 3 straight games in 7 of their last 10. Cleveland is on the flip side of things as they have lost their last 2 games and lost 7 of their previous 10 games. Tarik Skubal has pitched 10 times on the road this season and is 4-3 with a 2.93 ERA and a .211 batting average against in 58.1 innings, while Carlos Carrasco is 2-3 with a 4.66 ERA and a 1.42 WHIP during his 36.2 innings in 7 starts at Progressive Field this year. These offenses are on opposite sides of the spectrum in terms of how they are producing throughout the month of July. Detroit is 2nd in Major League Baseball with a .811 team ops while averaging 5.5 runs in their 16 games, while Cleveland is 29th in the sport with just a .623 team ops while scoring only 3.44 runs in their 16 games in the calendar month. Go with Detroit Tigers to win. These teams have both played 3 games since the second half of the MLB season began, and these pitching staffs have been performing well. The Detroit Tigers are 19th with a 4.15 team ERA and a 1.12 WHIP, while the Cleveland Guardians are 4th in the majors with a 2.00 team ERA and a 1.19 WHIP so far. Tarik Skubal is going to limit the amount of chances the Guardians have to score in this game. Leading off an inning indicates how the inning will go, and these are the 2 worst teams leading off an inning. The Tigers are last with a .597 team ops, while the Guardians are 29th with a .625 team ops in those at bats. Go with under 7.5 runs in this game is the best bet we can make here.